Hello everyone, Praise Scooter here, and welcome back to Let's Play Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, the Champion's Ballad. Don't know if this is the start of an episode, or if this is the middle part of the episode, but regardless, let's go and talk with our friend Cass. Or rather, approach this shrine. I applaud your courage in coming here. The locations that will be revealed to you are of the trials that will enhance the power sleeping within. Do not let your guard down.
Ah, boy, my guard's gonna let down.
So, you'll need to go up to the monument and look like specifically at what these locations are, but it's a little... These locations don't quite match up with what you see on the map. Or don't quite match up with what you realize or know. There's three because your map is in sepia tone. The pictures are in full color, so it kind of throws you off a little bit. What was that? A flash of light? Perhaps it was my imagination playing tricks on me. Oh, how long have you been there? I didn't even notice your arrival. Ah, we meet again, and it seems you've caught me, well, talking to myself. This monument, it must admit it has taken me by surprise. My teacher's unfinished song mentions such monuments, and now one has appeared before me. His unfinished song? Yes, the song is most incomplete, however. My teacher left this world without finishing the key verses. I wish to weave the missing pieces together and finish this song. That's why I'm roaming the area as mentioned in the lyrics. Ah, sweet joy, how glorious it is to sing this song from in front of a real monument. Song my teacher left behind. There's a verse about the trials that the champion Rivali overcame. Allow me to sing it for you. And by sing it for you, I mean have it happen, so these songs are important. Much like with every other secret shrine in the game, Rivali's singing of a myth of sorts will give you the keys you need to help you figure out what those pictures entail to your trials you'll need to do at this point. Shoot the flame dragon's horn. Race down the peaks of dawn. 3. Shoot 4 targets to win. Champion, the trials begin. Alright. So, I had to get help on a majority of these, because even with the pictures and the lyrics, I think on average, I was at like a 1-to-3 ratio in favor of not knowing what to do. Must move you? It was written in honor of the champion challenging the trial. The confidence it must have taken to master a divine beast. How inspiring!
Oh.
My teacher's dream is now mine to fulfill. An unfinished song weighs heavily on a bard's soul. I won't allow it. But to not see the dream to fruition, I must learn more of the champions of long ago. Thankfully, Teba and the Rito village elder, Canelli, told me of some wonderful stories from the Rito champion. Yet this unfinished song still pulls in my heart. And so, my hometown is but a stopping point on this journey of mine. So let's get that update. So, Champion Rivali's song. Shoot the flame dragon's horn. Shoot Dinral's horn, but at a specific location. I'll actually do this to help. Shoot Dinral's horn at a specific location. Right there. That right there is this ridge just off of the Heber Tower. God, I'm getting flashbacks. The other one. Race down Peaks of Dorn. That one is right here. Which is actually, I believe it is this shrine right here. I'm fairly certain it's this shrine, the Goma Saga shrine that you'll start from. So have a flame weapon, and the final one, shoot 4 targets to win, which is the shooting range. Which we've been there already, so you kind of know where we're going in regards to that. So I'm just gonna make a giant arc of this, but basically, we're gonna go backwards almost in this one, because the first trial is probably the most tedious one out of all 4 of these additional trials. So, by tedious, I hope you'll realize what I mean when we get there. But right now, let's leave that as a mystery. Actually, those of you that remember us doing things. So, every time you are going to do an additional part of a trial, or go through the trials that the champions also went through, when you're at that location, something with the Sheikah nature will appear. Now, what this trial is we have to shoot 4 targets at once. But how do you shoot 4 targets at once? That's nigh impossible. Well, do you guys remember that when we pull out a bow and arrow, we have slowed down time? Also, I'm going to... When time is slowed down like that, basically you have to have a lot of stamina to do this, or you have to find a really good cluster of targets. You do want to fire at those. That you basically do not want to let go of the bow button unless you're firing, because you will break the pause time and the targets will respawn. But completed as such, you will spawn a shrine at the bottom of the flight range. There we go. Nice. So hopefully a lot of these I will just be able to go bish bash bosh, get it right out of the way, and maybe even make each champion's things its own episode. I don't know. I'll find out in editing what I'm going to do. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. And I should be knowing that before I even go to the editing table. Oops. Anyway. So another thing with these trials, and this is probably the last little, like, thing I can think of, it's like, this is what you're supposed to do kind of thing, is that each of these trials are designed to basically be, hey, this is what that champion did before realizing their ability to call upon a divine beast. And that's going to be the theming all throughout this, like, hey, the champion in question did this at some point. So you are going to do this as well. Oh man, we've had this golden bell for so long and now it's barking. Now I'm cheesing it a little bit here, but this one, there's basically on this tower is turning, but on all 4 cardinal directions of this tower, we have to hit a switch. Some of them are a little more devious than others, in that you never think, because of older games, you could never think you could shoot through bars, but hey, technology is amazing. We can do more things with less stuff. Alright, shooting. Get a good close-up of that one. Oh, my bow broke. And I am essentially sad. Alright, let's go ahead and get, oh, man, our super pooper bow is dying, too. You know, we'll just grab this Royal Guards bow. Anyway, I want to get out of here. So yeah, the whole idea, like I said, just go into find your way into each chamber and complete the challenge associated. Now this one, it's pretty simple. I'm going to drop down and regain my stamina a little bit. But the whole thing with this is, you're basically going to shoot in here when the wind catches it. And that should light up all 4 unless I have miscounted. Don't worry, I've been known to count wrong before. How does one count to 4? Please, teach me. Reading Rainbow, help me. Is that Lamar Burton? LeVar Burton? Whatever his name is? Reading Rainbow, help! Anyway. But much like any other shrine, these shrines do have their own treasure chest, and there it is. I think there's really only like 1 per shrine, except for a few rare exceptions. Of these segments of shrines, it has one additional treasure chest. Usually. But I could be wrong. Oh, shield inventory. Can I drop a shield? What shield is poo-poo? Sure. I'll take more guard over more durability. Plus, it's the fancy shield. I'll even put it on. Because, yes. Anyway. So, those 4 spirit orbs we got in the Great Plateau, those are the last of the 4. And I mentioned that before, but now we're still getting orbs. As obvious by these creatures here. But the orbs are going to be a little bit different from here on out. In the name of the goddess Helia, I bestow upon you this gift, Meadow's emblem. They're called emblems, but they're also called orbs. Somebody failed at communicating somewhere along the lines, and... Oh no, they are just called emblems. I thought they were called Meadow's orbs. Or Beast Orb. Collect 3 emblems to open the path to the new challenge. To remain.
Okay, bye, Redad. Okay, go away now. Go away, Redad. Bye-bye.
So, that is one of them. Now let's go ahead up to the Goma Asa Shrine. God, these names are so weird. So, hopefully you got a flame weapon of some kind. By the way, I hope you are wearing your armor. Oh, I don't have a flame weapon, do I? Well, this is fine. What weapon was I using? Oops. Well, it's gonna be this now. Well, we're gonna have to just burrow our way out. Actually, wait. What am I doing? I'm dumb. Anyway, so I hope you... Wait, is this ice? Can I not, like... Fine. So anyway, race down the peaks adorned. There's a strong crosswind here. Is there... I thought Durgan was around here. So, this is kind of a... This is one that's going to be kind of a common occurrence throughout this place, is that there will be a time challenge. There's one of these is going to be a time challenge and a spirit of some kind that will guide you to the next gate. It's kind of it's almost exactly identical towards racing for Korok seeds in certain spots, but even then it's still a little. I mean, I think if I remember right, this is probably. From my recollection, this is probably the hardest one to do. Because, you know, you have to make sure you're maintaining your momentum enough to keep up the speed to get to each individual one. Tundra Rhino, leave me alone. But the thing with these gates is that they do twist and turn to kind of be like, hey, you should be heading in this general direction if you want to hit the next gate. And they do this for the Y-axis as well, not just the Z or X-axis. Also, gotta be careful. Moose! I've been moosed! I almost goofed at the last possible second. But at the end of your little race thing, you'll end up just being dropped off right in front of the shrine. And brain farted all over the internet. Disgusting brain. Pick that up. I have a thing with that voice recently. Like, in my own spare time, I've been doing things with that voice. And, like, quoting the and, like, not knowing it, but still, like, quoting the infamous recent awesome tongue twister that Frieza does. Even though I don't know the whole quote properly, I still like to do it because it's just a nice little tongue twister.
So, Super Saiyan is a stronger version of a Super Saiyan. A stronger version of a Saiyan. And Super Saiyan God is a Super Saiyan version of that. But the Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan is a Super Saiyan version of the Super Saiyan God. You need to work on your naming conventions, Kakarot, Goku. I nearly bit my tongue trying to spit all that out.
Bless. I know it's not the Chris Ayers voice, but I mean, it's an awesome tongue twister to do. Anyway, poop nuggets. Anyway, you kind of get the idea, even though I haven't talked about it, is they're going to use this a lot now from here until the end of these additional trials, that you need to use an ice block to kind of raise right underneath the edge of a block to push it up just far enough so you can reach an additional treasure. And I'm at least going to show these treasures, but there's 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to have room for them. I have room for that falcon bow, which, if that's the case, let's go ahead and equip it. We're going to need to get used to this falcon bow anyway. Alright, so here's the draw. So the whole thing with this is that you need to use... you need to guide this ball down this chute. So we do this. Do that. Pull this wall in. Push this wall out. Oh my, it's going a little faster than I anticipated. Because I need to be ready for it over here. Because what I need to do is, using this, I have to make a platform that it can just slowly roll down into there and be prepared for my launch in a second. But I also, at some point, need to pop stasis on that platform so it doesn't tip all the way over. And now we're never time. Do or die. I'm gonna go this way. Now, let's get an eye. Let's try and get an eye on this. Okay, it's making its roundabout. So when it gets to there, pop it. And then it should just, if you did it right, it should just roll across and onto there. And then you can wait a second. Don't worry. Just wait a second and then, boop. Now let's see if I can, oh, I'm not going to get in there in time. I won't get in the cutscene, no! Anyway, simple fun bit leading up to the trial. Fun trial, just exploring, basically making you use all of the mechanics of each of the functions of your Sheikah Slate. I don't know, this is probably the trial, this particular trial is probably the one I remember the most. Collect 3 emblems to open the path to a new challenge, but one remains. Yes, one remains. Anyway, bye, you're gonna die now. So, the last one. This is the worst one, I'm going to say. I'm just going to tell you, head to Heber Tower and prepare to twiddle your thumbs for approximately half an hour. Real time. So, as you remember the song saying, shoot the flame dragon's horn. Now, I highly doubt we're here in time to catch it, but basically, jump off of here. And somewhere over... Wait. We basically want to jump off and head right about here, because I think... I can't see anything, but I think the shrine spawns across there. But yeah, all we have to do now is we literally just have to wait for Dinral to roll around our neck of the neighborhood and say, "Oh, hi, hey, my horns are blue. Why are my horns blue? I'm a fire dragon. Ow!" Okay, little joke aside, I'll see you when Dinral finally pops around. I will be sitting here for roughly half an hour real time, and hopefully I don't get jumped. Oh, and there he is. This... I'm just waiting for his horns to start glowing blue like that. Coming in for that shot, big boy. You best be ready. This will have to work. Boom. Not gonna lie, I was reading something off to the side and I saw Dinral's tail pop into frame. So I did move for a solid 30 seconds. That was like, I waited a minute. I waited only a minute. That's amazing. We, the timing. By the way, what time does the clock say? I should note this, because this will help you guys as well. Also, if you feel like it, you can go get this piece of horn that flies off. Oof. I'm not that interested. Anyway, there's the shrine. Actually, you know what? I am interested now. Just to kind of show the horns here. Oh, hey, a Korok spot. I'm not going to bother with it. My OCD tells me to deal with it, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to get this horn. Anyway. And I could probably use this to buff up the Garb of the Wild set, but nah. Oh. I thought this gust of air was coming from Dinral still. I was like, wait, Dragon Friend helps? Nope, Dragon Friend does not help. Dragon Friend leaves you behind and laughs at your dismay. Oh, now I just have to get up there. Do I have stamina food, actually? My guy. We're getting up there. Okay, you know what? At some point here, even though I have, like, full heal food on me, I'm probably going to just take a moment if we visit anywhere near a campfire and just cook up some, some of the, some food we have so I can have some healing items. I need to make more stamina food, too, because I'm not... Yeah, we're probably not going to make that, so... Well... It's like I have 3 full wheels of stamina right now. Why did I do all that? I made a terrible mistake. Alright, we're almost there. If I wanted to choose, I could actually probably just sit here and wait for Dinral to come around again in 24 hours. I didn't know the time. I want to say it was 9:30 p.m. that Dinral came around this area. Yeah, I want to say that was roughly the time that Dinral showed up. Go for broke! Well, broke enough. Anyway. Now I can just go over to the shrine, finally. You guys don't want to know, like, in my own personal playthrough, because I was partially figuring stuff out still, but because I was still figuring stuff out, and the fact that I didn't know roughly Dinral's pathing, I was stumbling around for this for a good 3 hours. Oh good, you followed me over from that side. You're gonna miss. You missed. You still missed. Good show. I'm going inside. Good night. I said good night, sir. And with that, we're going to end off the episode here. So everyone, thank you so much for watching this episode of Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And come back next time when we should wrap up Rivali's Champion's Trials. You have a great rest of your day, and take care.